here. Starting, we open the file, receipt JPEG. Alright, so first step is it's really small. I'm going to go in here to image size. I would recommend, of course, you were doing this to show us, so you took a picture with your phone, but of course the best bet is to go ahead and scan this thing so you can get a 300 dpi best resolution. I'm going to make it like 5. Okay, so here we go. We've got this. Well, first of all, it's because it's a picture, it's not the right, like it's not lined up right. So I'm going to come in here and go to File, blah, 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 blah. No, I'm not. Image. Yeah, I am. I only forget how to do this when I'm teaching. That's funny. Image size. Where am I? Oh, I know. Background. So you have to change it from background because it won't do things with the background. So I turn that off. Make it a copy. Now when I go to Image, File, Edit, I can transform it. So I'm going to transform. I'm going to go to Distort. Then I could use lines, but like pull it out here, but that didn't work. So anyway, I'm going to pull it like this and try to make this like as much like a regular sheet of paper as I can. So I'm wanting these lines to be parallel and that to be perpendicular. It's a little better. Okay. Now I'm going to crop out the stuff I don't need because I don't need it. Oops. Undo. Here we go. So we don't need all that white space. We really are after the words only. So I'm going to crop it out like this. And crop. Okay. Now, here's the trick. If you come to this layer, and double click it, you get a thing where it says layer styles. There's all kinds of interesting things you can do there, but I'm going to go right down here to the blend if, and I'm going to start on this little button and pull it and show you what happens. See how it does that? It takes out all the white, but in this case it's taken out a lot of everything. In fact, let's cancel and make it bigger so you can see a little bit more of what we're doing when we do that. So we pull it away, we pull everything away, or we can pull some of it away, and you can see a little bit when the lines start coming back. I would go right about to here, and then if you push on a Mac, it's option. I can't remember the thing on the PC, but if you hold down that button and pull it, it takes it away a little bit more gradually, which means you can have a little more control over keeping some of the black in there. Alright, so I did this, and a couple of things. First one is we want to get rid of this thing. So you can literally go in there and find the crap that you know good and well you're not going to need and just delete it. Like this. Delete. Okay. Now, I'm going to give myself a little more room on the side here. Maybe a little more there. Just cause. Alright, there it is. Now this thing needs to go away. See, that's something I can select. It's a darker part that didn't quite go away. And I don't know if this is an important thing or not, but it doesn't seem to make any sense in the recipe. You could leave it or not leave it. I'm going to take it out. Alright, now we have what's kind of light. See? It's nice, but it's got light spots. So how do you make that better? If you grab this and make a copy and come up here and say multiply, it darkened just a little bit. If you do it again, this time we're recopying the multiply layer, it gets even darker. And you can do this multiple times. This is also a great way to save old photographs that are faded, because you can pull out the faded parts. Alright, so now I've done this lots of times, and you see how it's now dark? Okay, so you could go in here. Now take all of these, and instead of, not the background, but all of these, and select them, and go Command G or click on this little group thing, and it becomes a group, which I can save as is if I wanted to, or in this case I'm just going to merge it, and now it's one layer. Now you can go in there, either with the eraser and erase things that don't belong, or you can also do something called, you can make a mask, which you click on this little round square with a round, and then when you paint, you paint it away with black, paint it in with white. So that's one way of getting rid of stuff like this. So I can come in here, decrease my brush size, increase my power, and just get rid of these lines altogether. And just so you know, now I did a little too much on that, so what do? When you do it this way, you can just go color it back in. If you do it delete, it's gone. If you do it this way, then you have the power to change it back if you mess up. Make the brush a little smaller. Okay, so I go fast, but I go fast because I'm a graphic designer and have been for the last 20 years, and I kind of know what I'm doing. This does take practice. Howsoever, if you know these things and you start doing them, you can start getting better at it. And in this case, at the end of it all, I saved it for you as a PNG. And I may be doing better than the one I gave you. I don't know. So this is where you can go in and take out all these lines that would show up on a Glowforge as a slight gray mark. But this way they won't. Now, here's where if you wanted to go in and trace it and make it a nice, neat vector line, you can do it. No, message from the kid. But if you don't, you can make it a, sorry, got distracted by a text. Got it. So if you do, you can engrave this as a PNG or even a JPEG rather than making it a vector. So there's that option. Okay, now the next trick is how do I stop this recording? And I think it's right here.